Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of Kitchen Sink Back. In last episode we played Induction Fire, got nothing done. I'm joking. We did figure out that our process, or our setup, was messed up. And we fixed that by adding in a new machine. Check it out. The chemical crystallizer. And we're making sulfur trioxide right now, or sulfuric acid actually. Not sulfur trioxide, but it's weird. I had lead in here the whole time and I didn't even see it. Because I am blind. I'm joking. No, I just did not see it for whatever reason, and I just did not bother to use it. Yeah, anyway, we're making a thermal expansion machine again, but this time we're going to set up an actual thermal expansion setup for all of our thermal expansion machines. This is iron. It's supposed to be iron. What am I doing? I'm messing up everything today. So yeah, we need to make an actual setup with iron in it. So, boom, make a machine frame, and then this machine frame goes in the center. Boom. Boom, boom. Oh, and we're getting places with this one, because now I can make the Invar gear. So the Invar gear is made with Invar ingots. You need 4 Invar ingots, and this will make 1 gear. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4 ingots makes 1 gear. And this gear can go into here and make this thing. And then, I believe you need sand or something. I don't remember. Alright, so we need to put in some stuff and things for making this induction smelter. The induction smelter takes quite a few things. It needs... Induction smelter needs... well, you can make nickel out of a nickel shield. Wow, this is... Here's one of the examples of ridiculous recipes that gives you ridiculous things. You can make neodymium from simply... just never bedrock ore, or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, this can become very broken, obviously. You can exploit this for a variety of different things. You can make solarium straight away, just from gold powder and soul sand. You can make gold ingots from electrum items, or whatever. You can quadruple these things. What the heck is this even used in nowadays? Like, there's no actual usage for that. In any version of HBM mod, I don't think. Redstone transmittance coil. So, we aren't even to the point where we can use this machine yet. We still have to finish building it first. So I'm not sure why we're rambling on about all of the potential possibilities we can do with it. We still have to make it, upgrade it a few times, and then also make a line for our thermal expansion machines. Because I will be making quite a few thermal expansion machines, I think, in the future. Although... I just don't have any space for them right now because there's no actual setup for thermal expansion machines on this line. It's very sad. I'll have to connect some cables together and make some stuff work for our thermal expansion line. Don't ask me why there's sand in the recipe. I mean, I guess they put the sand in the gears to make them run better or something like this. It's on the same tiers mechanism logic. But here's where things get a little bit painful. I have to find ways to connect 2 different setups. And I think the most efficient way is to pipe the cable under the ground, somehow connecting our 2 cable lines, because they're going to be using different cable lines. I'm going to start trying to make things look the way they should, because you'd expect somebody who's using thermal expansion to use thermal expansion ducts and not mechanism ducts. So there we go, we've got that one hooked up. We're going to need to move over all of these machines. Which, do they even store their energy? I do not think they... Actually, I think they do. It's 112 version. They might do that. So we're going to put the pulverizer right next to this guy, between the 2 of them. So, boom. Usually, when you do a pulverizer recipe, you need to do it twice, but I'm not going to make another pulverizer for just that. I'm going to go ahead and grab out the universal cables, so I can make a connection between the 2. And we're going to do some real shenaniganery with this. We're going to disconnect that cable right there. We're going to disconnect... Well, that's not going to be a good cable connection anyway. That would not be allowed in this. So I'm going to just go like this. Because I'm going to need that for making my liquid sodium setup. For whenever I do immersive stuff. Boom. That's my setup right there. And all I need now is to hook it all together with a cable connector. From some other mod. Anyway, I got my leadstone fluid ducts, which are looking nice. I've never used leadstone fluid ducts before, so I'm assuming these will look just beautiful with the actual stuff, and they do. They look like they should look. So to run a cable through the ground to connect these two, I will just use immersive engineering. Now this is the joy of kitchen sink, is that everything is just super confusing whenever you have to do a cable setup with like 3 different types of cables. You have your immersive engineering cable, you have your... You don't have to do it like this. I could have just used mechanism cabling. I just chose to do it this way for reasons, because I like this method. And all of these guys are powered now. Even the induction smelter is receiving energy from the previous line. I could probably put a battery buffer here. I wouldn't want to do like a massive battery buffer, it'd be too much. And we are across the chunk border, so we're not crossing into another chunk. We are perfectly safe. Technically, it wouldn't matter because these are 1-block machines anyway. But with energy, we are crossing over the chunk, so these guys won't run if this chunk is not loaded. So if I'm like all the way out there for some reason, these guys won't be running with energy from this setup. Probably. Maybe. Alright, so we actually need to do some upgrades, because this is a garbage machine right now. You see, there's this thing called Pyro Concentrator, which allows you to triple, quadruple, quintuple. You see what I mean? It just allows you to make your ores into like 8 times the ore it used to be. And it gives you rich slag, which is, I mean, obviously used to make, you know, make it run. To get rich slag is the hard part, because there's not very many methods of getting rich slag other than doing rubbish ore processing or attempting to get crystals of these different materials, because you need crystals of cinnabar for making the zebin. You can get it from gold, it looks like. You can get it from clathrate, which I believe is a crystal cinnabar, crystal redstone, clathrate redstone. Oh, you can process those through that. That's interesting. Well, I'm not too sure about getting cinnabar, so yeah, that's the problem. Anyway, that can be used to get us to the actual cinnabar, which we need for making 3 times ore processing, also 4 times ore processing heaven. The rich slag also works for that as well. We're not gonna be needing to do this for every single thing in the game, but some things like the star metal, meteor ore, whatever, we would want to do this for that. With boron, asbestos, obviously, sherbidium. Anything that we can do this for, we would... A nickel ingot? You get... Ah! Huh. It's kind of like 5 times ore pricing, but it's still a chance-based thing. Oh, it's 100% chance that you get the extra thing. The problem is the blazing pyrophium, because you do need to make blazing pyrophium, and there is no good way of making blazing pyrophium. It's dust pyrophium. You need sulfur, redstone, blaze powder. To get blaze powder, you need to either make a centrifugal separator and just run magma cream through it, or you need to actually run blaze farm, and I don't really want to do that. So I want to avoid that as much as possible. But a centrifugal separator is probably the best way to go, honestly. Except, it's hard to get them. It's hard to get them. Of course, you can always run phosphorus. And this could also be run for the tectonic initiator. But I'm not going to do that. So, that's phosphorus for you. Phosphorus can actually get you to the sulfur and stuff that you need for this guy. But we need to make the upgrade anyway. So, to actually make the upgrade for getting us to the thing... Oh, and there's also this upgrade here, which allows you to get a chance to not consume metallurgical flux, which, I mean, that's a great thing. Anyway, but we need this one. We need Signalum gear. Oh. And Signalum, I remember being very difficult to make. Right, isn't it? Isn't it very difficult? To make it inside of the alloying, destabilize redstone, silver, and copper. It's not too bad. Of course, the math will be bad. Well, for now, we'll just take our 3 times ore processing. Technically, is our maximum capacity for ore processing. So, for example, if I have an HBM ore, like, for example, beryllium, I'm now getting 3 times that. Maybe it would be worthwhile to actually do the HBM mod ore processing then. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't, because there is no actual crystallizer or electrolyzer in this version, so it wouldn't be. Well, that makes things a lot better for actually... thermal expansion. Now it gives me a lot more reason to use it. Of course, the tungsten. What can I do? I can break the game with tungsten. I can break the game with this. Oh, trust me, I'm about to do some serious game breaking right here. Okay, so you see tungsten, correct? Tungsten, right? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, there's, so we got ore tungsten. Uh, and there's, like, this stuff. We can make compressed plates with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get what I mean? I'm able to make the compressed plates before I'm even supposed to be able to. And these are used in the production of high-tier stuff. And, oh, well, hmm. I guess I cannot actually do any bypass for that stuff. Anyway, to do actual oil stuff, we're gonna get started on oil stuff today. We want to do oil RF power. I want to do like an actual another oil setup for a different mod. So there's actually fuel inside of what's it called? What should we call it? I don't even know. Wait, can I get a survey scanner on this? If I can get a survey scanner, then we might actually, yeah, we could make a survey scanner. Okay. Well, now we're talking. I think I could make the survey scanner right away. What do we need to make for the survey scanner? We need to make a chemical plant for polymer production. Alright, okay. And that will be this guy, basically. We'll just get a purpose for that. Yeah. That's what's about to happen. I'm about to repurpose this setup here for making stuff. I should have just done it another way, but anyway. Oh, he's not gonna have any power now. He's gonna have like 750 power. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna make a new oil setup for making fuel oil from Buildcraft or thermal expansion or something like that. Let me see about that. Actually, we're going to make a pump shack, I think. But we do want to get polymer and start getting towards bedrock ore stuff, because then I'll have infinite ore, and it will be not cheap because it's expensive to run bedrock ore pricing, but it will be, yeah, it will be something we need to do. So I need to make a chemical template for that. I'll need my actual template folder, and I'm going to need bone meal, and we'll get started making polymer. Polymer is not actually too bad because I do already have the stuff I would need for polymer. It's in one of these bins. Here it is. So that is the polymer stuff that I will need. And then I will also need the folder for polymer. Boom. Alright, so now we can get started making polymer. And this will allow us to continue making our refinery. So polymer synthesis, as you can see. Boom. So that is our polymer synthesis. It's going to be, oh, this is going to be amazing, I think. So we're going to need coal powder, we're going to need a bunch of other stuff and other things, and so that is getting powered nicely. I need coal powder, fluorite, and a bunch of other stuff. It might be time to get started on nuclear craft fluorite production. Or a nuclear craft refinery for different metals and stuff, or no, ores and stuff.